What's going on, man? Dude, my computer is just like acting a fool right now. But pretty easy slate to get taken care of. Only 3 games. Tomorrow we get a 7-game slate, so it's going to be a bit trickier, but I think there's going to be a lot more edge. Adrian, thank you so much for subscribing. Chris Moon, thank you for subscribing. Harris or Wood on FanDuel? Wood pretty easily for me. We know that Wood's going to play into the third quarter. Not sure on the 76ers, guys. Drummond and Embiid, same line viable. I mean, Embiid can definitely get it done in one half, and then Drummond's going to get back up 5 run in the first half, and he'll probably start the second half. So, yeah, I think it's viable. I mean, they're both, like, insanely high fantasy point per minute producers. Favorite center on FanDuel where there's no salary? Yeah, Embiid for me. One moment. God, my computer is just acting like the worst. Maxi's not starting. Actually, what is that starting lineup then? Is it Milton? I've been saying it that Milton has been, or Maxi's been losing favor to Shake Milton pretty much all offseason. If you look into any of the statements from the coaches, it's been a bad offseason for Maxi. So definitely, I wasn't on Maxi anyways. I kind of hate that news came out because I think people were going to be on him, unfortunately. Just found your page. You do regular season too, of course, man. Yeah, and I do postseason, and I do in-game showdowns as well. So, a lot of content coming your way. Bronco, thank you so much for subscribing. If you guys are in here, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Really helps me out. Precious and OG, yeah. I mean, I think that both of those guys are very strong plays in their own right. I mean, especially Precious, given his price and how thin that Raptors front court is, he's going to have to play minutes today. He played 25 minutes last time out. I think he sees something similar today. What's going on, Sean? Sean, I heard that the Jokic pivot from Curry to Jokic really helped you out. Glad you won some money, man. Starting to get pumped for it again. Yeah, I'm excited, Nick. Milton, Green, Curry, and then Harris and Embiid. Yeah, I mean that's a great lineup for Joel Embiid. I mean, look how much. Think about it last time with Andre Drummond. He absolutely bullied Precious Achiuwa in that small Raptors team, and now Joel Embiid's going to have the opportunity to do that against them. It's my belief that Joel Embiid's probably only going to play a half, but I think that is all he needs to do. So I think the real question is if you want to play like 16 minutes of Joel Embiid with no Ben Simmons, or against an insane, probably the best matchup. The matchup couldn't be any better against the Raptors with just Precious in the front court. Or you could play Christian Wood, who's probably going to play like 23 minutes. That's probably the question. I'm probably going to side with Joel Embiid there. But both are great plays. I think Christian Wood's probably a safer play, but the upside's higher for Joel Embiid. Because if there is any opportunity for Joel Embiid to touch the court in the third quarter, yeah, you're going to need him to win. And I'm not really a big fan of taking that kind of chance. Favorite Heat play? I'm not on the Heat all that much. It'd probably be Tyler Hero just because it looks like Jimmy Butler and all those guys are going to be back. And then Hero's going to come off the bench now with Jimmy Butler there. And then he will probably get extended late into the third quarter. I'm unsure on the rest of that Heat roster because they do still have 6 preseason games left, and they only played Adebayo, Tucker, Lowry in the first half. And I think that they might do that again, which would be good for Tyler Hero, especially in the second half. You got Super Chat set up? I don't know how to get that up. I don't think I have enough subscribers to do that. I have a pretty low amount of subscribers. I think you got to have like a certain amount to do that, but we'll get there. We'll get there soon. BJ or Bam on FanDuel? Man, that's tough. I know PJ is going to play in the third quarter. I'm unsure on Bam. So that's really the question you have to make. I'd probably go with the safety of PJ because if Bam only plays at half, I'd rather have PJ. Do you like either of PJ over 22.5 on price points or LaMelo over 28.5? Man, that's really stretching it. I don't really have a strong lean with either of those. Maybe the over on LaMelo. I really like LaMelo. Scotty Barnes or OG? Scotty Barnes for sure. LaMelo, Fred VanVleet, OG, Precious, PJ Moran, Triple J, KPJ. I like that a lot. I think a lot of people are on Jaren Jackson. I don't think he's a bad play, but it's just like I'm not landing on him all that much. If you guys are looking at my cheat sheet, I think that, yeah, just stick to that cheat sheet, and you should probably have a pretty good day today. Such BS if you... Hold on, subbing. Barnes or Bridges, DK Cash. Barnes for sure. I have PJ over. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, that is a good point with the stocks thing. Since it is FanDuel scoring over on Prize Picks, you get 3 points for steals and blocks. Kenny Myers, thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, if you guys are in here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. Gonna be here every single day, helping you guys out. Lowry or Green? Green for me. Green is probably going to play near 30 minutes today. Lowry only played a half last time, and like I said, the Heat still have 6 preseason games left. I would not be the slightest bit surprised if we saw them do that again. So there's a couple of teams today that I know are going to play their guys a lot, and that's going to be guys from Memphis, from Charlotte, from Toronto, and from Houston. And so I'm going to focus on those 4 teams. Philadelphia and Miami are toss-ups. I don't know what they're going to do with their starters, how long they're going to extend their guys. So I'd much rather go for the surefire teams rather than messing around with teams that I don't know all that much about. And it's not like you're going to get lower ownership on these Miami Heat or Philadelphia guys. People are still going to play them. So I'd much rather just fade those teams outside of maybe Embiid, which I definitely have Embiid in my lineup as of right now on FanDuel and Draftkings. Play Wood at the power forward on FanDuel and Embiid at center, or do you think rostering both is smart? Yeah, I think rostering both is very, very smart. If you guys want to know what I'm exactly doing tonight, you can join my Patreon down below. $25 for the rest of the month, at less than $1 a day. Receive my game notes, cheat sheets, lineups. It's a good time. Down to Embiid, Bridges, or Wood and Barnes. I have second one right now. Yeah, the Wood Barnes side is probably a lot safer. Embiid, Bridges, more upside. But the second one is safer. Next best small forward on FanDuel after Porter. Let's take a look, actually. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember. Man, my computer is just, like, not having a good time tonight. It would probably be Barnes. I care for Prize Picks. There's nothing that really stood out to me. I do like the under on Tyrese Maxey. I will say that. I like the under on Tyrese Maxey. Embiid and Sengun or Wood and Green. I mean, yeah, Wood Green's much safer, but Embiid Sengun is much higher upside. I will say this, guys. My favorite GPP plays on the entire slate are Fred VanVleet and Alperen Sengun. Sengun was dealing with serious foul trouble last game out, and it looked like he would have played almost 20 minutes, and he is like well over a fantasy point per minute player. He can score in bunches. He does it all. I mean, he scores, rebounds, assists, gets stocks, very, very high upside play. And people, I feel like, are going to feel like they got burnt by him last time, but it was due to foul trouble. I'm not going to bet on that happening again. So I'm going to be getting some exposure to Alperen Sengun. I think he is one of the better GBP plays on the slate. And then Fred VanVleet, I went over it in my video, like over 1.3 fantasy points per minute last year with no Siakam and no Kyle Lowry on the court. Should play into the third quarter yet again. And he's priced around LaMelo Ball, who is going to probably get much higher ownership, which I'm playing LaMelo, but you can play VanVleet as well. Wood or VanVleet, DK utility? Man, it's probably Wood, but yeah. Should we fit in Shake Milton on DK now? Yeah, I'm not playing all that much of Shake. I mean, think about it this way. I mean, Shake is going to get more ownership because he's starting, but it doesn't really matter. And it's actually to his detriment that he's starting, because now more of his minutes are going to be next to Embiid, next to Tobias Harris. And Tyrese Maxey now actually is going to come off the bench, and he might play next to the backups like Andre Drummond, which, I mean, he takes up usage, but not nearly as much as Joel Embiid. DK, Cash, Embiid, Jalen Green, Wood, Van Fleet. Cash, it's probably Embiid and Green for me. Morant or LaMelo or Van Fleet. It's probably the first two, Morant and LaMelo, but I like all three a lot. Jalen Green or over 14.5 real on Prize Picks looks nice to me. Yeah, he took 14 shots last time, played nearly 30 minutes. He's going to have all the opportunity to do it. And he shot 4 for 14 last game, so if he shoots a bit better, over 14.5 real looks like a lock. I agree, Steph. So Sengun over Wood on FanDuel? No, I would much rather have Wood than Sengun. I know Wood is going to play 20-plus minutes. I'm unsure if Sengun gets there. And Wood is a very good per-minute producer as well than Sengun. Sengun's more of like a DraftKings play. Like down low, people are going to play Precious. People are going to play PJ Washington, and they're very good in safe plays. But you could pivot, go up a couple $100 at the center spot, get up to Sengun. Going to be far lower owned, and honestly has probably higher upside than them, but he's very, very volatile. So yeah. Did you say Milton over Maxey? Oh, I mean, I really don't have that much of an opinion on either of them. I'm not playing either of them. I might actually like Maxey a bit more now that he's not playing next to Joel Embiid. Milton is playing next to Embiid now, so that's not good for him. Wood and Embiid, or try to get Ja in lineup for DK Cash. I think Wood and Embiid is fine. I think not many people are going that route. I think a lot of people are just going up to Morant and then fitting one of Wood and Embiid. But yeah, you could play Wood and Embiid and no Morant. I think that's fine. But I think Morant is one of the safest plays on the slate. 1.31 fantasy points per minute last year. With Dylan Brooks and Jonas Valanciunas off the court. And yeah, instead of Jonas Valanciunas, he's playing next to Steven Adams, which is very good for John Morant. Should shoot as many times as he wants, and it should play into the third quarter. Sixers, Rockets, Hornets parlay. Hey, that's the I don't mind that. I like the Rockets. I like the Hornets. I like the value on the Raptors against the Sixers just because Scotty Barnes is going to play a ton in the fourth quarter, but the Sixers have strong, deep bench rotation players like Paul Reed, so Sixers probably end up coming out with a win there. Wood or Drummond? Wood for me. Any word on Embiid's minutes tonight? There is no word on his minutes. Last year, they had 2 preseason games. He rested one game, and then the next game, he played 17 minutes in the first half, while the rest of the Philadelphia 76ers starters played into the third quarter. I think the most likely outcome is that he plays 16, 17 minutes in the first half, and that's it. But he can very well, pay off his price tag in that time. I mean, I believe without Ben Simmons on the court, he was like 1 point. I mean, we can bring it up right now. My computer is not going to cooperate, but this is like over 1.6 fantasy points per minute with Ben Simmons off the court last year. We might be able to do it here. Drummond and Showdown worth? In the Showdown, yeah, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I think he's worth it. We fading Butler on FanDuel. Yeah, I don't know how much he's going to play. I mean, Spoelstra really doesn't play his starters all that much in the preseason games. And again, they have 6 preseason games left. So I don't think they're going to be pushing Butler that far. They do have finals aspirations. Now, they might be unrealistic, but I think they do really think that they have a chance. So yeah, let's look at the 76ers. Washington or Adams? Probably Washington for. I don't know. Yeah, probably Washington. Is Morant a must play? I mean, he's a very good play. I'm playing him. So kind of like Jokic last night. Yeah, kind of like Jokic last night. Yeah. Exactly. But the matchup's even better. This matchup is insane. I mean, Precious Achiuwa he plays the 4 and he's undersized, but now he's playing center. And he's their only big. And we saw what Andre Drummond just did to him. Now we get to see Joel Embiid do the same thing. So, yeah. So let's look at last year. Joel Embiid with Ben Simmons off of the court. Bridges or Sengun. Bridges in cash, he's much safer. Much safer. Sengun probably has, definitely has more upside. So, Joel Embiid last year, with Ben Simmons off the court, a 43.6% usage rating in 463 minutes. Let's look at his rebounding. A 21.5 total rebound percentage. Let's look at his assist percentage. 22.2%, which is damn near leading the team. All while averaging 1.84 fantasy points per minute. So, if he that's almost 2 fantasy points per minute. So if he gets 16, 17 minutes, I mean, this is his base, just like his average. And, you know, given the matchup, it could be way higher. It could be way higher in this matchup. So, yeah, I mean, I think playing Embiid's fine. Tobias Harris, 1.2 fantasy points per minute with Ben Simmons off the court. So, I mean, if you really think that Tobias plays into the third quarter, Tobias becomes a very good play. One of my favorite pivots on FanDuel. Is Tobias playing into the third quarter? We don't know. We don't know. If I had to guess right now, it would be that Joel Embiid, like the starters played through the first half. Joel Embiid only plays the first half. The rest of the starters play into the third quarter. If I had to guess. But I don't have confidence in that. I have some confidence in Joel Embiid only playing a half, but I'm not very confident in Tobias playing into the third quarter, but it could definitely happen. I mean, again, just to reiterate what happened last year in the game that Joel Embiid played. He played the first half like 17 minutes, and then Tobias Harris played like mid-20s minutes into the third quarter. Favorite center on FanDuel, not named Wood or Embiid. Yeah, it's tough. It's probably Sengun for me. Yeah, let's get it, Jeff. I mean, yeah, you've been killing it, man. Embiid and Bridges, Sengun, or Wood and Jalen Green. Love your vids, man. Keep up the great work. Got a new sub from me. Hey, appreciate that, Cam. Yeah, I saw you I think you retweeted liked my last tweet. I appreciate that, Cam. But Embiid and Bridges, Sengun, or Wood and Jalen Green. Depends what you're trying to do. It's probably Embiid, Bridges if you just want to be straight up safe. Actually, it's probably Wood, Jalen if you want to be safe. In GPP, it's probably Embiid, Sengun. If you want a hybrid of it, go Embiid, Bridges. But Wood, Jalen, definitely the safest, just given the minutes. Achua, a good play on FanDuel. On FanDuel, not as much. Who's your must-have small forward if everyone was 10K? On Draftkings or FanDuel? Because it's probably Kevin Porter Jr. and Scotty Barnes. If you're talking FanDuel. Embiid, Sengun, Scotty, or OG, Triple J, Fred VanVleet. The Embiid side. I'm just like not on Triple J all that much today. VanVleet or Tyler Hero? VanVleet for me. Let's get it. Let's ride, Kyle. What do you think about Drummond? Sorry, just jumped in. Yeah, so Drummond's probably going to get Charles Bassey is back as well, so that definitely does throw in a wrench into things. So Embiid's probably going to play the first half, probably play like 17 minutes. And then we're going to see Drummond play like the backup 5, maybe 8 minutes in the first half. Probably starts the second half, plays one stint. And so I think that Drummond might play, 14, 15, 16 minutes in this game. He can definitely pay off his price tag in that time. But I don't think he's going to play nearly as many minutes as he did last time, because he's not going to play that much in the first half, and he's not going to play in the fourth quarter. So he's really just getting a third quarter run and backup run in the first half. Favorite bet today, it is the Rockets plus 5.5, and I'm sprinkling the money line in there. I think they were like plus 170. You could get plus 175 on the Rockets. Hero must have. Not a must have by any means. I think he has upside, but I'm not getting to him all that much. What's going on, Skywalker? Been a minute. Bridges and PJ okay to play together in DK Cash? Yes, I think so. I think they're both those guys are going to play like 22, 24 minutes. Bridges or PJ? Bridges for me. Washington or Tobias, FanDuel? Tobias for me. Very close, though. Is there a Grizz starting lineup? I haven't seen one just yet, but last game it was John Morant, Melton, Bain, Triple J, and Steven Adams. Washington or Tate? Washington for sure. Check your Discord DM. I got you, man. Boucher, I'm looking at yours right now. Yeah, run that. I like that a lot, man. You're fading Ball, but I think the rest of the lineup's really safe. All right. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if this is true, you pretty much have to play Embiid. You like have to play Embiid if this is the case. Shout out Matt though for hounding all these guys. Make sure to give Matt a follow, guys. We all rooting for the Seahawks tonight, right? Football. It's basketball season now. No more football talk. Josh Jackson or Tobias Harris? I'm gonna go with Tobias there. And this makes me think that Harris is also gonna play 20 to 25. Actually, I'm gonna make a change to the FanDuel lineup real quick, guys. So yeah, I mean, I like Tobias Harris a lot more now. Shout out Matt for and that came out like right before. So I'm making a quick change, guys, to the FanDuel lineup. My dad just called me. Here, hold up. You're already on Toby. Okay. We got that taken care of. FanDuel, if you guys are Patreon members, make sure to check the update on for FanDuel. And I would also consider Tobias Harris probably an A tier play on DraftKings. Washington or Chipogny? Washington. You like Tobias now? Yeah. Safe to assume. I mean, that is just like a bold statement. That's just like, yeah. I mean, this guy's like, yeah, like there's minus 400 odds that they play 20 to 25 minutes. How much minutes for Embiid? So, I mean, according to this report, it's safe to assume 20 to 25 minutes. So that would make Embiid a must play. Definitely Embiid would be like the top play on the slate over Morant. OG or McDaniels? OG for sure. Is Hero a good pickup? Yeah, I think he's fine. You think Washington does good even with the same young centers behind him? Yeah, I think he's going to play like 22, 24 minutes. And he averaged 1.06 fantasy points per minute last year when playing the 5 as opposed to the 4. So Patreon members, make sure to get that in. LaMelo, KPJ, Barnes, Harris, Embiid, Barnes, Josh, Sengun. Damn, run that shit, Steph. Bridges or Harris? Harris for sure. OG Washington or Scotty Barnes and Bane? OG in Washington. Good luck, everybody. Jeff, you get the change in. Harris or Barnes on FanDuel. Yeah, you probably got to go Harris there now. Scotty Barnes. I love Scotty Barnes today. Love him. You just got a sub for me, mate. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, if you guys are in here, you enjoyed this content and this live stream, I helped you out filling out your lineups. Make sure to like this video, subscribe. That is the #1 way to support me. Just whenever I post videos, if you guys can just drop a like and then just comment anything, I mean, man, that is the #1 way to support me. You guys have no idea how much that helps out. All right, guys, we are almost at lock. Less than a minute. Embiid, Morant, Milton, or Embiid, Green, Tobias. Green, Tobias. Green, Tobias. I love the content. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, good luck tonight. I'm feeling good tonight. I'm feeling damn good. Toby Wood or LaMelo? LaMelo for me. GG's, boys. See ya. Crazy. It is lock time. Nah, that's you guys. You guys are the real MVP for continuing to show support to me, man. Means more than you could imagine. All right, guys. I'll be in the Discord chopping it up with you guys if you guys have any questions. We got 3 hours until the next lock of the game, so I'll be in the Discord, and then I'll have my video out tomorrow, probably like 7 a.m. Central Time, maybe a little before, as well as my game notes in the Patreon. But I appreciate you guys being here. But